Hello students. So hope you people are enjoying the videos. Enjoying means what? Not about the entertainment. It's about increase your knowledge in your desired subject what you are listening by using these videos. So today our next topic is light energy. Now we are going to discuss about light energy. In our last videos we discussed about some energies and all the things. For those videos you must subscribe my channel, go to the channel and check all the videos to clear your concept. Okay, now let's start light energy. What is light energy? It is an energy which make us to see the object, means, and this energy is used to see the different object placed in our surrounding. So light energy is a form of invisible energy. At first, light energy is your invisible energy. Clear? First, light energy is a form of invisible energy, and this causes sensation on our eyes so that we can see the object. So it causes let me write a point wise so that you can vision. The exact word is vision, means what? To see the object. This is the definition of light energy. Light energy is a form of invisible, it is a type of invisible energy which causes sensation of vision, means we can see the object by using this energy. So this is the definition of your light energy. Now the next point comes that speed of light. The speed of light is very fast. If you blink your eyes, the speed travels a greater distance. How you know? We measurement or some observation, we make some measurement and observation, and we found that speed of light travel with a speed of how much? It's a very digit is little bit larger one, but we can learn it very properly with a speed of, I'm writing over here, with a speed of, if we write in kilometer, is a 300,000 kilometer per second. So I think now you can imagine how speed, what is the speed of light. So it's a 300,000 kilometer per second. If you wish to convert into meter per second, so you can increase 3 more zeros in this digit. So you can write down meter per second. So these are the speed of light. Or if we don't want to it is an approx one, not exact one, but it's an approx one. Actually it's equals to 3 into 10 to the power, check how many zeros are there, 3 3 6 2 8, 8 zeros are there, na? 3 to the power 8 meter per second, or we can write 3 into 10 to the power 6 kilometer per second. You must remember both the digit. Clear? So this is the speed of light. Now there are we are using different terms in case of light energy. Always remember in physics where we are discussing about light, about vision, so that is known as optic physics. Clear? It's a very easiest one, but you have to draw the diagram very carefully. you have to learn all the term and their definitions. So we are going to discuss one by one all these terms. Now, sources of light. What are sources of light? As for the other source of energy, like heat is obtained from the source of heat, like your stove, like your bonfire. So similarly, what are the sources of light? The place where we obtain the uh, light, that is known as your source of light. For best example is for we people, it's a sun. Sun is the ultimate source. Sun is the ultimate source of all form of energy, as well as sun is the prime source of heat and light energy. This is the reason that in daylight we can see easily all the other objects we have nearby. They come up to within the limit of our vision. And during night there is no sun, so we need some secondary source of light to see the object. During day we also need some secondary source of light when we go to a place where sun rays are unable to enter that place. So apart from sun, all the source of lights are known as your secondary source of light. So sun is the primary source of light and other things are secondary source of light. Sun is a primary source of light. Sun is a primary source of light and others are secondary. We have different secondary objects like your bulb, your tube lights, your candle, your bonfires. These are also secondary source of light. And even some insects are also producing light in very small amount, like your fireworm, glowworm, fireflies, and glowworms. These are the secondary source of light, and these are the known as your bioluminescence. Sometime I forgot the spelling because it's a very critical one. In biology we are using some critical names. I'm not going to say, but these names are hard to remember for me. Okay, see, it's a bioluminescence. Bioluminescence. So what are these? These are the living animal which produce the light, like fireflies and glowworms. So these are known as your bioluminescence, the light given by living body. No, it's not actually, it's a living body which gives us light. Living body which gives us light. Light. For example, I already told to you that is a glowworm or fireflies. These are the example of bioluminescence. Now under the source of light we have two different we categorize two different type of object. One which gives us light, one which does not gives us light. So their names are, they are known as your luminous object and non-luminous object. They are known as your luminous. Luminous objects are those which produce light, which gives us light. They are known as your luminous object. Luminous object gives light energy by themselves. For the luminous objects, they produce by themselves. They does not support of any source of energy. So this tube light is not a luminous object. It needs some other source of energy. So actually the source of energies are, you can say, I am writing using blue pen so that you can. These examples are, first it's the sun, then these small insects, glowworms, even these are the luminous object. What about non-luminous object? Second things are known as your non-luminous object. Non-luminous object. These are the objects which cannot produce light by themselves, but they can reflect the light. They can reflect the light. But reflect the light from other source. They are known as your non-luminous object. For example, you can use candle, lamp, electric lights. These are the non-luminous source of or artificial source or non-luminous object. Always remember the examples of luminous and non-luminous. Luminous, they produce by themselves. Sun, glow up, they are come under the luminous object. Moon, then your other things are there, light, all the secondary objects, they are come under the non-luminous object because they reflect the light of other. For better understand, you must read the book. Various books have various examples. I am just explaining the concept. Now, next one is non-luminous to luminous. The question or problem made to you that how we can convert non-luminous body to luminous body. Generally, we use some energies. For example, when we try to burn or candle to give some light, we need some heat energy. So by using other source of energy, we can convert a non-luminous object to luminous object. For example, energies are sometimes it's a heat energy, sometimes it's a light energy also. Sorry, not light, it's a electric energy. It's a electric energy. Clear? So we use to convert a non-luminous object to luminous object. Best example, when you switch off the lights, what happens? Electric current does not flow through the light, and light is unable to give us, electric energy is unable to pass through this tube light, and tube light is unable to give us light energy. For that, whenever we switch on the light, electric can pass through the tube light, and that tube light start to produce some light if he is able to produce. So this is the reason we can convert non-luminous. Previously it was non-luminous, it is unable to give us light, but whenever we produce some other source of energy, it converted into luminous object. So hope this part is clear. Now move to the general terms or definition of light. The very first one, type of object. There are different types of object based on your light. first is your transparent object. So what are transparent object? Material or object which things can be seen are called transparent object. Let me read this line. Materials through which things can be seen are called transparent material. Transparent material, like my glass. This is a transparent material because I can see through this glass to you people. Now, and you people can see my eyes also. So these are known as your transparent material. Things can be seen through. Things can be seen, such type of materials or through which things can be seen, such type of material are known as your transparent material. Then after transparent, there is a opaque materials. Opaque materials. Opaque materials means just opposite to transparent, things cannot be seen. Thing through which things cannot be seen is known as your opaque material. Then next one is your translucent material. This is the very interesting one. Translucent. This material lie in between these two. Some part can it pass a part of light only, so that light can enter but not the images of other object. We are unable to see the object through this type of material, but light can easily enter through this type of material. Some ground glasses used in your windows and all things, through which you cannot see outside, or outside people cannot see inside. Such type of materials are known as your translucent materials. So things partially seen. Partially seen. Such type of materials are known as your translucent material. Now this is the some definition types of material. Now come to the basic optical physics. Basic optics we say means physics which deal with light. So let's start. It's a first one is your ray and beam. We already discussed about ray in maths, having one endpoint fixed and other point is open in a line, that is known as your ray. So from a source of light, ray, the path along which, what is the definition of ray? Path along which light can travel, this is known as your ray. For ray, path of light. Ray defines path of light. The path of light through which a light can travel is known as your ray of light. Now what is a beam? Collection of rays are known as your beam. It's a collection of rays. Collection of rays are known as your beam. So generally we use this type of diagram for ray. Suppose this is a source of light S, and light travels in this direction only in a straight line. So this is known as your ray. Clear? Always remember that ray travel in a straight line. This type of property is known as your rectilinear property. And propagation means movement. Propagation is known as your rectilinear propagation. Propagation means what? The movement. So ray or light always in a rectilinear propagation. Clear? And the collection of these rays are known as your beam. For example, this is your source of light. So this is the collection of rays known as your beam, and depending upon the pattern, depending upon the condition, there are two types of beams. There are two types of beams. One is your parallel beam, other one is your non-parallel or irregular beams. So we are just going to discuss about collection of rays, that is beams. Let me rub this side part. First one is your parallel beam. If light beam, in a light beam, rays are parallel to each other. In a light beam, rays are parallel to each other. Such type of beam, that is a collection of ray, is known as your parallel beam. This one is known as your parallel beam. This one is known as your parallel beam of light. Then next one is your convergent one. If light rays meet at a point coming from any source and they try to meet at a point clear. This point is your suppose P. So this type of light rays are known as your convergent beam because they meet at a place. Convergent beam. Clear? Then next one is your divergent beam. If light ray appear or emit from a source of light as likewise, like your torch or point source of light, such type of beams are known as your divergent beams. They are spreading. So this type of beams are known as your divergent beam. So how we find out parallel beams? Focused light shows the parallel beam. Convergent beam, whenever sunlight falls on a magnifying glass, they converge at a point, focus at a point. So after the magnifying glass, the parallel beam of sunlight becomes convergent beam and they focus at a point. Divergent beam, suppose we are focusing torch on the bulb, any type of bulb, any source of light like candle, all things, their light rays spreading from that source. Such type of beams are known as your divergent beam. Hope this thing is clear to you. Now our next topic is shadows. What are shadows? Suppose light rays travel in a light rays and light beam travel, and suddenly any opaque body comes in the path of suppose light ray is traveling. Clear? Light ray is traveling, and in between that light ray any opaque body, this is your opaque, any opaque body comes. So what happened? Light rays hit the body and may reflected in any other direction. Any direction depending upon the structure of opaque body. So after this opaque body we have some dark area. Clear? This dark area is known as your shadow. This dark area is known as your shadow. So what definition says that when an opaque body is placed in the path of light, it creates a region of darkness, complete or partially. This region of darkness, complete darkness or partial light, is known as your shadow. Sometimes we have, you can see there is some shadow now of my hand just below the board. So but this is visible, so it's a partial light, because from other part we are having light, so it's a partial shadow. Now sometimes just in front of source of light, if we receive the complete darkness, that is known as your complete shadow. Generally in a shadow there are two parts: one where we have complete darkness, other part we have partial darkness, partial light is there. That we'll discuss in our higher classes in class 8 topic. So till then, this is for your light. In next video we discuss some more concept. That's all for this video. Thank you.